next big thing. I'm gonna spread my wings. You gonna hear me say, 'cause I'm the next big thing. Yeah, I'm the next big thing. I'm gonna spread my wings. You gonna hear me say, 'cause I'm the next big thing. Yeah, I'm the next big thing. You wanna see my face on the silver screen? I'll be coast to coast and everything between. Oh, I got a second step in a Midas touch. Yes, I do know the way I move is enough to make your heartbeat rush. Everybody's got eyes on me. Stay fresher than a limousine. So you better make way for me. It's my destiny. 'Cause I'm the next big thing. I'm gonna spread my wings. You gonna hear me say, 'cause I'm the next big thing. Yeah, I'm the next big thing. I'm gonna spread my wings. You gonna hear me say, 'cause I'm the next big thing. Yeah, I'm the next big thing. Everybody's got eyes on me. I see fresher than a limousine. So you better make way for me. It's my destiny. 'Cause I'm the next big thing. I'm the next big thing. Spread my wings. You wanna hear me say, 'cause I'm the next big thing. I'm the next big thing. I'm gonna spread my wings. You wanna hear me say, 'cause I'm the next big thing. Yeah, I'm the next big thing. I'm the next big thing. You gonna hear me say, 'cause I'm the next big. I'm the next big thing. I'm the main attraction. I'm the main attraction. I'm about to get mean. I'm about to get loud. Spotlight on me. When I take my bow, you're gonna pay full price if you want front row. I got a Hollywood star. I got my name in stone. Are you ready for the show? I sit back and let's go. I'm gonna blow your mind. I am a superstar, and I knew I would come this far. You better make way. Get off my stage. Lights, camera, action. I'm the main attraction. I'm the main attraction. You're gonna feel your heartbeat when it starts to rush. I wanna look, leave your jaw wide open, 'cause I'm illustrious. Are you ready for the show? I sit back and let's go. I'm gonna blow your mind. I am a superstar, and I knew I would come this far. You better make way. Get off my stage. Lights, camera, action. I'm the main attraction. distraction.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
You've probably seen us all over the racing world and doing a lot of racing designs for events and race teams, but we also do a lot of stuff from small boutiques in small cities all the way up to Fortune 500 companies. Your brand deserves to be seen. We print on more than just shirts, hats, jackets, bags, and much, much more. Custom corporate branding starts here.
Last corner, last lap,
Every driver dreams of a moment like this. A race that demands more than speed. It demands everything. This is where legends are made, and this is your chance to witness it. $30,000 on the line, and one chance to make it happen.
I mean, we can go 300 laps and have a cleaner race than you can a 20-lap feature at a local dirt track.
Best event of the year as far as I'm concerned, anywhere you go. It's the most fun I've ever had in a race car.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to coverage of the North for iRacing on LSRTV and simulcast, as always, on the Community Radio Network. I'm Wesley Outland. Jeremy Stanley is alongside. Charles Wooten, as always, punching the buttons. And Jeremy, we're back after a week off, my friend. Obviously, Charles Wooten and everybody, we have a reset. Now we get ready for the punch to Memorial Day, right? The short stint to Memorial Day. We got a couple of races here, and obviously a fun one here tonight at Kansas Speedway and Charlotte Motor Speedway the next couple of weeks, friend. Hope you're doing well down in Florida.
Hey, man, we're doing great. We finally get some rain, so it's May showers bring June flowers, like no one said before, but there you go. Yeah, Kansas, Rockingham, and Michigan.
April showers bring May flowers. April showers bring May flowers.
But in Florida, there's been no showers in April, so I'm going to dub it May showers bring June flowers.
Well,
just for this year. Yeah, so we're finally getting thunderstorms. And so we have a total of 134 laps here tonight at Kansas. That's 201 miles. And yeah, we're doing good, man. We're doing good. I'm excited for this little 3-race stint here. It's going to be a great time. Kansas multi-groove, fast track. What could go wrong?
Yeah, I think I said Charlotte. That's hashtag fake news. My apologies. Kansas Speedway, Rockingham, and Michigan are the next 3 weeks before we take off for Memorial Day. And can I go any further without saying happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody out there? You know, if you had plenty of tacos and sombreros and piñatas and senoritas as well.
Listen,
Jeremy, there you go.
I had the most authentic Taco Bell tonight. Making
How do
Roy
you
Grande
describe that?
Jr. proud.
What is a authentic Taco Bell, right? what the hell is that? I'm just trying to
10-piece chicken nugget. From Taco.
I got you. Okay. Well, I haven't even ate dinner yet, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll get some refried beans and eat them with some rice or something, you know. So,
Perfect.
wait till we get off the air. So, qualified is about to be, yes, exactly right. Shut up, Charles. Qualified is ongoing right now, and it's about to actually conclude as the drivers' meeting is going on. And it looks like as we get ready for 200 miles, 134 laps, Jeremy, Dan West Jr., our defending series champion, a 3-time champion, is right now the man at the top of the scoring pylon.
Yeah, I'm kind of just browsing over these times. You got 5 drivers in the 0.4 second bracket, and then they kind of spaces out a little bit after that. So at least the top 5, top 6 have it kind of dialed in their qual sets. But of course, when it comes to race time, things can change. Top bottom does not matter there. And we were talking a little bit before the pre-race show here, and the points battle kind of tight right there. Less than 10 points separates Ryan Bloom and Dennis Moore. 9 back is the driver of the 44. Dan West Jr. lurking. He's only 14 back as well in this top 3. So they're still pretty close after 6 races. So it's kind of cool to see there.
And how about his son, Devin West? I mean, right behind him as well. The man that's got obviously a win on the season. We've had, Dan West Jr., Devin West, 3rd and 4th, only 14, 17 points back. And we mentioned Tyler King, 31 points back. I mean, Paul Newton only 33 back, and he's already got 2 wins this year. So the only man with 2 wins in the season has been Paul Newton. Other winners including Stephen Paulison, Ryan Bloom, Dennis Moore, and, of course, Devin West. Those are the people that have right now picked up wins this year.
Yeah. Good group of drivers right there. And, looking to see if we can get another repeat. Or I know my broadcast on Sundays, we had 11 races before we saw our first repeat. So,
wow.
Kind of hoping to see a stat, something similar to here. Pass because of the multi-groove. And so you got a fast car there. You get that good track position. And that weather on the track, the 85 degrees. It's a pretty cool Kansas surface here, being almost 7 o'clock server time. So this might transition into nighttime too, speaking of which.
Yeah, we saw the race information for tonight, and there's the Kaufman creative weather conditions, including in the sim temp at 83 degrees, air temperature 83. Wind speed is 3 miles an hour. Track temp is only 2 degrees warmer, 85. And as you just mentioned, we are heading towards, 7 p.m. Central Time at the time of the day. So we could possibly see a transition, as you mentioned, from, if you will, dusk until night. And this could be kind of a night race. And obviously, Kansas is a very fun racetrack, right? The NASCAR Cup Series is racing at Kansas this weekend, and they had that crazy 3-wide finish at Atlanta. I'll be honest with you, these trucks, they're not afraid to disappoint here at on virtual Kansas, and we might see a really good battle side by side, 3-wide. I mean, they got 200 miles, though. They got to take their time. And then we might see another flawless caution-free race like we saw the other week ago before we took the break.
Trucks always have the potential to put on the best show. Always. So never count that out.
Kansas is ready to go for round 7 for the for the Northwest Racing Series at season 12 here tonight. iRacing on LSRTV, and the field is gritting. Here is the starting lineup. Devin West is the man that, of course, will be on the pole. Fast qualifier, the number 5. And Jeff Stabnow in the 24 to the outside. He's on the front row. By the way, tonight, Jeff Stabnow making his 465th career start. He's at the top of the all-time list of starters. Paul Newton and Tyler King making up row number 2. Row 3 will find the drivers of Ryan Bloom and defending champion, 3-time series champion Dan West Jr. Row 4, Ron Hunter and Dennis Moore in the 44 machine. Your top 10, Jeremy, will find Brett Johnson and Sean Reitzman, Team LSRTV in your top 10.
Row 6, 89, John Ottenbacher, and in 12th place, Stephen Paulson in the 58. Row 7, Frank Harris in the 77, and in 14th place, Christopher White in the 19. Row 8, you'll find Ryan Gormley in the 22, Josh Childers to the outside in 16th in the truck, number 39. Row 9, Kevin Smith in the 00, into his outside, Dan Lowther in the 63 in the complete. The top 20 here, Chris Kynes in the 57. The triple threes of James Vining. They'll start in P20, 21st. Will be Troy Daggett. 22nd will be Corey Elkelbarger. 23rd, Dana Rogers. 24th, Steve Bartlett. 25th, Roy Grande Jr. In the last place truck, 26th, Ray Fournier in the 26th.
Yeah, Ray Fournier right there in the back as you see the Hollywood Casino overlooking turn number 2.
Something.
Field is on the racetrack. They'll get a preliminary lap. They'll get one preliminary lap behind the pace car, and we should be ready to look for a green flag. Devin West, Jeff Stabnow on the front row. What a job for them, man. Jeff Stabnow, I wouldn't say he's had a bad year this year, Jeremy, but it's been a quiet year for the driver of Jeff Stabnow. Hopefully he can turn it around tonight.
Yeah, usually we see him up front more. You know, last year it was definitely a quite common name, but you know, we're only 7 now races after this race is over into the season, so it's still plenty of time to get a thing turned around. I know he can do it. He's got the talent. The trucks have not been updated too much since 2024. He's got the equipment. He's got the setup. He's got the speed. He's got to connect the dots and get this thing set together, and here we go.
Ready to see what happens. Back after a week break, Kansas Speedway, the best virtual Northwest drivers of iRacing. Come to green, and you're ready for 100 miles here at Kansas.
Going off into turn number 1. Who has the grip in turn 3 and 4? That's going to be the true telling answer of who's going to lead this first lap. Number 5, West, jumps up to the top right in front of Jeff Stab. Now he's going to push him all the way down the back straightaway, goes to the inside, cuts off Paulus in there, or Newton rather, in P3, side by side, door to door. Jeff's going to try everything he can. Can he get there? Cuts the apron. No, Devin West going to leave that board.
Lap number 1. Jeff Stabnow now back on the inside, racing back on the bottom. He'll make his move into the corner. And Stabnow, Jeremy quickly starting to pull away from everybody. Here comes now Paul Newton. He's looking for now his 3rd win. The only 2-time winner this season. And right now he's already in the top 5 as everybody is using every part of the racing surface here in Kansas on the early going.
Top and bottom work very well here in the middle, so if you can make a decent run on it once or twice. But I think Stabnow heard us over the radio, and he was like, watch this. And he's going to pull out to a 4/10 of a second lead, only 3 laps into this thing. Single file top 4 before you find your first side-by-side. That's going to be the 44 of Dennis Moore and 27 of Paul Newton. Focusing on here, Tyler King in the 21 P3 right now. You see right behind them, they go, well, it was single file momentarily. And then it looks like Paul gets a great launch off of turn 2, utilizes some side draft, slingshot, does his slide job. Nope, does not have the space. Dennis is going to run him door to door. Can't get him on that lap there. Top 4 still single file.
Stab now right now with West and King. West, that's Father West, Newton top 5. I believe we got an update getting started for things is our producer and news guy, Charles Wood. What you got for us, buddy? Good evening. Good to see you back on the booth.
Yeah, everybody, well, not everybody knows. Most people don't know this thing was just about canceled, but we don't publicly cancel anything to the last minute because we did get it fixed. But while I had the few minutes to relax, I did get to talk to Jeff. And I think I know why he's doing so good. He did inform me that he spent like 3 hours at the DMV today. So maybe they taught him how to drive down there.
He was at the DMV?
Yeah, so they taught him how to drive, and he's leading the race.
Oh, there you go.
And he'll probably kill me after this, so you'll need a new producer. When he
You know, another thing that they teach you very well is patience. You have to wait at least an hour to be told anything. So, you learn some driving skills, you learn some patience, and look at him, he's out there leading the thing, but not for long. That half a second lead is back down to under 2/10. Devin West, Tyler King are quickly closing in back on.
Right now, Jeff Stabnow is the fastest man on the racetrack, so maybe he had to follow the rules in the DMV, and now he wants to drive like a bat out of hell in the Northwest Truck Series, and he's 36.87. Fast man, this looks like Kevin Smith having some company with Chris White and Ottenbacher and Harris. All this goes on the outside lane as they work their way back into the corner into turn number 2.
Mr. Smith trying to utilize the bottom edges. The grip is quickly falling flat on the inside right. Oh, and Ottenbacher gets the wall glue. He's going to lose multiple positions here. 3 wide, try to cut him through. He's going to lose 3 on that transaction. That's one thing with the top. You can run fast up there, but you flirt with danger. You get that air pressure to kind of kick you back down just a little bit, but ultimately it's up to the driver to not do that. Ooh, 21-2, Tyler King. Almost while he takes the basic maneuver to go way down on the inside.
In a battle for the lead now as Devin West reels in Jeff Stabnow. Here they come, working through the tri-oval. Off of turn number 4. Here at the Kansas Speedway. Just getting started with this one, as we mentioned.
Great battle.
And
here.
Jeremy, if I remember, what the last race we did caution free? I think it was the one that Paul Newton won.
I'm trying my best. I think you're right. If not, actually, you know what? Was there a caution at the very beginning and then it went green this way, or is that something else? There was very few cautions though at Dover. That was kind of
yes.
Right? Was that Dover last week? I'm getting my stuff mixed up since we were 2 weeks. No, it was Nashville.
No, we were at Nashville. I thought it went caution free.
It went caution free. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Kansas Speedway, 1.5 mile tri-oval racetrack. And whoa, dirt tracks. Hold on, buddy. Sideways, the road course king. Winner last week in Nashville. And he's off the pace, but he saves the Newton Designs 27 Ford, and we'll stay green. We'll stay green, Jeremy, but that could have been bad for the 27 of Newton.
It was worse for the number 7, Brett Johnson. He hit the outside wall trying to avoid Paul Newton. And I don't know if we can get a view of the 7 truck. I think he's got some right side damage.
You want to replay?
Oh, we got more wrecking. Hold on, we got more wreck off the turn.
We got trouble, guys.
About 50,
number
57.
Chris Hines.
Still, he's trying to wreck it. He saved it a couple
Chris
times.
Hines in the grass.
We're staying green. Turn 4 is being tricky all of a sudden. Oh, he's still trying to wreck it. Here we go.
No.
Tires
He's below the apron, though. He's below the apron, though, Jeremy. They're not going to throw a caution for that.
Unbelievable. He was loose in the middle of 3 and 4. What a drive. What a drive. Man. All right. He's got his hot tires. There's dirt all over him. There's no grip to those tires for a little bit until he gets them cleaned off. And Wes, I'm starting to see some sundown here. We're like what, 7:30 roughly into the session, 7 something. So we're starting to see that the sun go down. The clouds are covering it up. Lights are on the track. Gonna get dark.
Stab now and West. West almost into the wall. Here they come to the back straightaway. Dan West Jr.'s son, Devin West, up in front and leading the way. Jeff Stabnow second. By the way, that's team LSRTV in first, second, third, fifth for Brightman. Then you got Johnson in eighth. Audenbacher, the one that's struggling right now for the series, for that group in the back of the 20th position. Oh, wow. Harris on pit road. Frank Harris on pit road here early at lap 15 here. Got to be unscheduled, Jeremy Stanley.
Yeah, way too early. I didn't see him involved in any of these incidences, so I'm quite curious. The truck looks... Oh, mate, there's some damage on the left side. I see it around the taillight area. Jack is not going up on the truck. That means he's in for repairs. This is not looking good for Frank early on.
There's the prodigy, Ryan Gormley, as he now battles with Dan Lowther. This goes on to the back straightaway. And now, Jeremy, in addition to the nightfall settling in here, it is getting really cloudy. There's a lot of cloud cover over the racetrack for sure. This might mess up the handling on the trucks a little bit here.
I mean, yeah, you see a lot of trucks loosey-loosey here. Early in the going, especially 3 and 4, whatever the weather conditions are on that side of the track. A lot of push right there in 1 and 2. As you saw 99 Troy Daggett, he gets the wall. Gormley almost does the same thing, but watch 3 and 4. Let's see how many trucks get loose in this viewpoint. Okay, so you pushed loose, both of them did. Pushed up the track in the center, they got the turn 4, and all of a sudden both trucks kicked a little sideways. That is something that they're fighting a lot as he's about to get past now. And he does. Not by 1 truck, but by 2. Gormley, no, he's going to hold on. At least this time he's going to keep John Ottenbacher behind.
There's Gormley, Ottenbacher now, trying to get up to the 15th position if he can get to him, as we got Dan Lowther hitting the wall off 4 into the outside wall, the 63. He'll save it. We'll stay green. We've had, what, 3 times, Jeremy, where we could have had a caution, and then they never threw the yellow because it just, got back going, or they're at the bottom of the racetrack. It's Gormley's in trouble now. Ryan Gormley, bottom of the apron. He'll save it and get back up the racetrack.
Great job. Absolutely great job not to slide up any further than that. And we stay green. That was off the turn 2 this time. That's the first time I've seen that off that corner. Great job, though, from Ryan to not hit anything or anyone. But now he's got to take a time to cool those tires down as we're going to rotate to other action on the track here. Here's Brett Johnson in the 7, running P9 right now, 5 seconds back from your race leader.
There's that number 21 machine. He was really sideways a moment. Dirt tracking. That's Tyler King. Brett Johnson. That's 9th and 10th on the racetrack.
Pass potentially happening here for the 19. Chris White. Try to look underneath Ryan Bloom. Does not make that pass happen. He's going to try it again here on the inside. Right in front of the 21 here. Here we go. Does he make the pass? He slides up in front, crossover. Nope. Ryan Bloom's going to back it down. Pass position. 19, Christopher White moves up to P6 here. 4.7 back of your race leader. which right now has become the Battle of the West and West show. Stab now took your comment about that DMV visit, and he said, nope, they didn't teach me how to do nothing. Maybe 2 laps, but they didn't teach me how to save tires.
Oh, wow. Anybody that's anybody knows that it sucks to go to the DMV.
1,000%. No one ever said good about it.
The best thing to do is to
ever.
get there early. Get there early so you ain't got to worry about the headache of it, right? Oh, wow. That's got to be frustrating.
Garbage. Over here. Ryan Bloom continue maybe falling back at 20 or 46 behind him, Mr. Brightsman. Looking to the outside, couldn't make the pass happen this time. Decent amount of trucks now going to the bottom of the track. That's where the long run holds. You don't use that tire heat to wear out the tires. It's very common for the drivers to do that. But all of a sudden, that single file is going to turn into a big bunch here. 46 Brightsman inside, 57 Chris Kynes, lap truck outside. 21 Tyler King's going to try to stick it through. Chris Kynes a little loose. Got a little hairy there.
We were talking about Kansas Speedway before we saw all these drivers getting really sideways and loose and about spinning out. Kansas Speedway, 1.5 mile trioval with progressive banking. Turns have 17 to 20 degrees of banking in the corners. Front straightaway has 9 to 11 degrees. The back stretch is a flat 5 degrees. In addition to the 1.5 mile racetrack trioval, there is also, and I don't know if you knew this or not, Jeremy, there is a 2.37 mile road course that winds through the infield of Kansas Speedway. I don't know if a lot of people knew that or not. Usually only racing we see is on the big track at Kansas, but there is a road course. It's the cable. It's the cable. The Kansas cable. Cable. Go ahead, Jeremy. I'm sorry.
I had 2 comments. One, I've always enjoyed whenever they utilize both the infield and the outfield of a track. So if they, do the Roval style here at Kansas, why not? As long as it's a good road course. And second off, I just recently learned of like this meme that came across Kansas Speedway. In the corners of turn 1 and turn 1 and turn 3, you have the KansasSpeedway.com posted on the wall. But if you get the photos still shot just right as a truck or a car goes on there on the outside, you simply just get the words ASP in your photo. It's a great photo. Recommend.
And before I go any further, I want to send a shout out to one of my great friends at Jackie Posey. She's with her family on a banana boat. I say a banana boat. It's a Carnival cruise. It's one of those big Caribbean Carnival cruise ships, whatever you call them. The Titanic of today, right? Exactly. Yeah, banana boat. The banana boat. Jackie Posey is out in the middle. This is no lie, Jeremy. Listen to this, and I've got. She's out in the middle of the Atlantic, Cuba, Bahama waters, listening to the LSRTV CRN broadcast of the truck series on a banana boat out in the middle of the ocean. She's not a pirate, Charles. She's on vacation. She's on vacation, but she's still keeping up with what's going on out there. And she's listening or watching. Yeah. She's on a big week cruise, Jeremy. She's at Zamuda and Zaire, I think, Cozumel, Zamunda, Cuba, Bahama waters. Yeah. Make sure you got your green card, right?
I've done that to Curacao. It's a great port to visit. Colorful buildings. It's a beautiful place.
And she flew out Friday or Saturday, and they flew to Miami. So you live in Cape? You live at Cape Canaveral, right? So that's real. That's far. Yeah, that's another place. Yeah, down in Miami is where she was, and with the family. And then they got on the boat. You know, I say jokingly the banana boat, but then she got on the cruise ship. Pillaged other boats. There you go. Yeah.
What?
Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're enjoying it out in the middle of the ocean. Is that the Atlantic? Do you call it the Atlantic? I ain't been in damn geography class since I can remember. Is it still geography class? Is it the Atlantic?
Indeed, the Atlantic Ocean.
Well, there you go.
Goes from the east coast of the U.S. down all the way to Africa. So there it is.
Yeah, there you go. Dominican Republic, Haiti, you know, the Turks and the Caicos Islands, the Bahamas. You remember that guy, Jeremy? You remember that guy that somebody, Holly something got, she was telling me about it. The woman got disappeared. But I remember where they're going to because it is the place where that crooked promoter music guy with music rapper Ja Rule did the Fire Festival. Do you remember the Fire Festival? And it was all a fraud.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I totally forgot about it until you mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in prison now.
Yeah.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're under 100 laps to go, and if you're wondering why we're just rambling, because there's nothing going on. We had about 4 or 5 chances of spins, thrills and spills with spins, but they were able to save their truck, and we never got a caution. And so far, Dan West, the father or the son-father duo up in front. Dennis Moore is third. Jeff Stabnow, Christopher White, the top 5. Then it's Ryan Bloom, Tyler King, Sean Brightsman, Kevin Smith, just passing Sean Brightsman for 9th, and Brett Johnson in the top 10. And I got a feeling, Jeremy, it's deja vu all over again here.
I don't know what gives you that sensation here. And
So she's going to Aruba, Bonaire, Corco, and Cozumel. That's where she's going to. All of these places. Yeah. Hopefully broadcast school paid off and I said it right, Jeremy.
You know, they don't I just call it Cozumel. But they don't teach how to say the
Cozumel
country. And broadcast.
Oh boy.
So I think you're safe on that one.
Is that for sure? Oh. Yeah, they have the yeah.
5-year-old tattoos, yeah.
Is that where the
Great
Al
point there,
Qaeda
Charles.
is in Cuba? Ain't that the Al Qaeda? No. That's across the country. The Taliban. That's the. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm sorry. I wasn't. Yeah. My apologies. My geography is way off. Oh boy. Jeremy Stanley saved me. Come on. Band of Brothers, you should watch it sometime.
What if I haven't watched it? What are we talking about here? Nah.
You've never seen
You're
the movie
safe,
Band
man.
of Brothers?
You're safe. I already gave you an out. You're fine. You're good.
Thank you. Okay.
You're allowed a one-off approaching midnight on the East Coast. You got a mulligan shot here. He's using it.
Thank you. Thank you for having my back.
Absolutely, brother.
And there goes Sean Brightsman, the Brights Boutique Toyota. This is a guy, Jeremy, and can we say something here to get back on track? He's not had a bad year, but it's not been the good season that we've seen for the driver originally from Puyallup, Washington. 1 top 5, 2 top 10s this year in 6 races, and he's currently right now 10th in the point standing.
Yeah, not the. Also, one of the drivers we talked about Stab now, kind of laying back, and it's been me joining in last year. Of course, I'm getting to see what last year versus this year only looks like, and it's been interesting to see how something that hasn't changed much other than the setups that they're driving. And people are just slowly learning these trucks more and more. And they're doing things different. And they're putting some of the fast guys about mid-pack. So it's just kind of curious how that works. Oh, big loose there from Brightsman, by the way.
Brightsman up high. There goes the 26 on the inside. That's Ray Fournier. That's the cab colors. Do you see that? The yellow and the black. It looks like a taxi cab. Here's Moore. Dennis Moore going after Dan West Jr. This is for second spot.
Moore looking for more. He wants P2. The double digits 55 versus the double digits 44. Gonna be putting lap 43 this time. It's gonna be 99 laps to go. Sorry, 89 laps to go in this race.
Yeah, this race going by fairly quickly right now. Is again no change in anybody right now in the top 5. Devin West, Dan West Jr. Dennis Moore is starting to climb. He'll try to make a move up on the outside lane to reel back in Dan West Jr. He has not been able to do that just yet. We're approaching the top of the hour. We'll pause for 10 seconds of station identification. This is iRacing on LSRTV and CRN, the Northwest Racing Series. With us here from Kansas Speedway, round number 7 of season 12 of the Northwest Racing Series. The best virtual iRacing men in their cockpits of the Northwest going at it. And as I say that, we're approaching lap number 50. But I tell you what, Jeremy, right on schedule, my friend. Here comes now pit stops. And understanding Ryan Gormley just got a black flag as well.
Yeah, that's no good. He's been around mid-pack. He's had a couple of lows. Remember that big save about, lap 15 or so into the race. But here we are, lap 46 to 47. We got the 24, the 27. These two guys on pit road. And Gormley's still sitting in pit stall for 42 seconds now. I wonder if that's just a pit stop entry too fast. That's what it looks like to me. So if he exits here in the next 5 seconds or so, that's probably what it is. But, yep, and looks like the 5 Devin West is coming in. 55 Dan West Jr., Dennis Moore in the 44. And the 333 James Vining on pit road this time.
So a penalty for Ryan Gormley.
Yeah,
so that is, does he get DQ'd or is it just a black flag like a EOL penalty, if you will?
Yeah, that was just a 40-second hold penalty on pit road for the driver of the 22. That's no problem on him. He's already back out. You see him right there on the top of your screen on the front stretch. Good to go. You see the 19. He's on pit road now. He's going to bring in Ryan Bloom in the 25, Stephen Bartlett the 23, which actually he's exiting pit road now. Roy Grande Jr., John Ottenbacher also on.
Closing in on 85 remaining when they come to the line right now, heading towards lap 50, and it has been no problems on the racetrack. Actually, I re-clarify that as we see Kevin Smith and Tyler King come onto the pit lane. We've had a couple of spins, and understanding Kevin Smith just got a black flag for speeding entering on pit road in Sector 1. Section 1 entering on pit road. Jeremy, that hurts because it's not only a penalty, it's a penalty during green flag racing that's really going to suck.
Worst case scenario for these guys to make this error. And yeah, this is not going to be good here. The race looks like it has a great potential to going, flag to flag, green flag. So not a good setup here for a few drivers. Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, look out, buddy.
Rick
Josh Childress crashing on pit road into Kevin
What
Smith.
in tarnation here? What happened? Coming in hot, boys. LSRTV
See, when he's
replay.
been
He's slow
aside,
here.
man, I think he's going to get a penalty too for crashing on pit road. Even though he's crashed on pit road, he'll get a penalty for speeding on pit road as well. He's too
NASCAR,
fast
he's
there.
toast.
Jeremy, that's too fast right there. Wow.
But then he gasses up,
Wow.
showing
What in the
some
world?
frustration on pit road. Virtual crew members at harm, and thankfully you can drive through your partners there on the pit road. That's yeah, he's probably done there for the night. Oh, eventfulness here in third way through the race.
Frustration for Josh Childress. I wonder if there was something that was going on track that we did not know about. Hey, we need to take a break. We haven't took any in a while. Let's step away very quickly for 50 laps complete. It's West, Moore, West, Stab now, White. It sounds like a law firm. It's your top 5 at Kansas. And we're back right after a quick break. If something happens, we will break in.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
You've probably seen us all over the racing world and doing a lot of racing designs for events and race teams, but we also do a lot of stuff from small boutiques in small cities all the way up to Fortune 500 companies. Your brand deserves to be seen. We print on more than just shirts, hats, jackets, bags, and much, much more. Custom corporate branding starts here.
Last corner, last lap, pass.
Every driver dreams of a moment like this. A race that demands more than speed. It demands everything.
This is where legends are made, and this is your chance to witness it. $30,000 on the line, and one chance to make it happen.
I mean, we can go 300 laps and have a cleaner race than you can a 20-lap feature at a local dirt track.
Best event of the year as far as I'm concerned, anywhere you go.
It's the most fun I've ever had in a race car.
Hey, by the way, you saw a commercial a few moments ago that was promoting that big event that was supposed to be on May 1st through the 3rd. That race has been postponed. It has been rescheduled for May 30th and 31st. That is Friday and Saturday, May 30th and 31st. End of the month. And remember, if you can't be there live, it will be on. Race on. Did you catch that, Jeremy? Race on, wax off, race on. It will be on Race On.
It will be on Race On. Great. That's cool. That's cool that Race On's going to cover that race. And a lot of other ones as well. And the sun, look at this. It's about 8 o'clock Eastern on the track here. We're almost at sundown. Good thing this place has LED lights all the way around it. But from the time we went full screen commercial to now, the action. Look at the tree, or the pylon rather, on the left hand side of the screen. 14 trucks on the lead lap. We are 30 seconds for 14 trucks. Top 10 is 23 seconds back. 10th place is such a crazy. They're 2/3 away from the leader, and in the top 10. This is what Kansas can produce sometimes, and we're seeing it live right now. Just tire wear here tonight.
By the way, Jeremy, Jackie says on the Royal Caribbean Carnival, whatever the hell it's called, I don't know what it says she's on. Carnival Cruise Line, I believe is what it is. I call it the Titanic of today. It's 12:07 a.m. 12:08. 12:08 a.m. is what she's on.
So right now we're on the same.
There's your time
Eastern
zone. Somebody's
time
out in the middle of the ocean watching the race or listening to the race. 12:08.
Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, you're on a boat in Texas? Is that what you said?
He's on a boat, and
Oh. Wow. Carnival Magic Cruise Line is what she's on, I guess, right? And
Carnival. That's my boat of choice. Budget
Carnival,
friendly,
Carnival.
and there's a lot of good stuff on it today.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the big smokestacks like the movie Titanic. Remember when they all fall? These boats don't have that anymore, so maybe they learned their lesson from the Titanic. Is it?
This man.
I'm sorry.
What are we doing?
I'm sorry, Jeremy. There was that pause, and it was just like, what is this guy going to say next?
He sounds like an uneducated NASCAR fan. They're just turning left around a track. How hard is that? Wait for a cruise boat. Split in half. It's fine.
I'm telling you, man. Wow.
That's great stuff. Good stuff there.
Oh, really? If there was ever another Titanic and split the other way? Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, because weight was completely evenly distributed.
Why am I laughing about that? People died. People froze. I remember watching the movie when it came out in the movie theaters. And Charles, Jeremy, all I remember was saying to my dad and my mom, "Where's the water? Where's the crash? Okay, bring on the water. Let's these people drowned in the end, right? Like, come on. Why are we watching a love story?" And she could have put Jack on the damn door in the ocean. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. She could have got her skinny little tail and pushed him up there. They were both skinny people. Could have fitted through the door.
Not wrong.
Anyhow, exactly. Thank you. Oh, never let go.
He's not wrong.
Let go. Let go. Let me get on the door, woman. We'll take turns. You get on, then I'll get off. You get off, I'll get on.
Wait a minute. Like a road tester and check.
Like a road test for our buddy Jeff Stabnow. Yeah. By the way, we're heading towards halfway. We just passed halfway, as a matter of fact. You ain't missed anything. 100 miles already into this race in 37 minutes. Jeremy, we might be looking at another race, you know, doing what they're doing a few weeks ago at Rockingham. They're doing that right now. What a job.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very nice lap right now. Lap 69 here, the 134. We're just past halfway. And yeah, it's looking to be... Well,
Nashville.
Hold on. As soon as we say something, contact 1925 backstretch. Trying to get all the sides wrapped.
Rockingham's next week, Jeremy. My apologies. We were at Nashville 2 weeks ago. It was Rockingham. We're at the Rock next week. Lap 70 on the board next time by also. We're halfway, as you mentioned, second half. What's your take of the first 100 miles of this race right now, Jeremy?
I thought there was going to be way more action here at Kansas, to be honest, but the in-race lulls. Sometimes you got to have a race like this every now and then, and this is looking to be one of those just grueling green flag races for the guys that are not in the top 5. You know, being 10 seconds back is not fun, and you have no opportunity to catch up. So just they're doing a clean, good, solid race for themselves, but you know, from the broadcast and viewers' perspective, it's a different story. It's not too much going on, but it's okay.
Hey, by the way, don't forget the Northwest Racing Series is also in action on Thursday night. The ARCA Northwest Racing Series rolls on for season number 1 after a week off last Thursday as well. We're back to it again this upcoming Thursday night. That's the race at Charlotte Motor Speedway, Thursday night. Make sure you join us 11 p.m. Eastern time. Remember, we start about 25 minutes difference on Monday to Thursday, but we are live at 11 p.m. Eastern time. Myself, Jeremy Stanley, Charles Wooten, our entire gang, the Northwest ARCA Series. By the way, that'll also be the next round of the CRN Community Radio Network Speedway Challenge, Jeremy. There you go. Round 3.
Speedway Challenge. I love it. Another little mid-season thing. A lot of entities are incorporating things like this, and of course you had the Noble stuff way back in the day in NASCAR. Then you got the Xfinity Dash for Cash, and you got the Speedway Challenge. Newton was really loose there, but kind of cool.
Round 7 here tonight in Kansas. And right now it has been all Devin West. Man, what a job for the number 5. There you see Ryan Bloom and one of the drivers for Win Racing, the Team Bomb Speed Click It RV entry Chevrolet. He's right now in the 5th position. Very patriotic colors on the truck of Ryan Bloom as he comes across the line there.
Yeah, it's a very basic scheme, but it's very cool looking at the same time. So I was listening on the radio. He's just got blue on the front, red on the rear, silver in the center. So it's got the red, white, blue effect. But it's got like this chrome colored here. The only thing I'm not 100% on is the black vertical stripes on the back and whatnot. But the rest of the truck, yeah, it looks pretty good on TV.
Right now, just I'll be honest with you. When did they come to pit lane? Around lap 40, 45, I think it was.
Yeah, 45, 46 was the first take.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking within the next. Honestly, I'm thinking they're going to come down to the pit lane again here within the next 20 laps, and we might be seeing another cycle of green flag pit stops.
Yeah, 43, split that in, or times 2 rather, that's 86, so we're 10 laps away from that point in the race. Very well could see that happening here. And then if you take that math, 86, you have to go 48 laps, which is not going to happen based on that math. So maybe these drivers need to start thinking about saving laps now to not have to wait if they can't make it that distance.
Lap 47, the last time they came down to the pit lane that we were just discussing about. By the way, fastest man in and out of the pits of everybody was a 14:63. And that, of course, was the driver of Dennis Moore. Got to have a flawless pit stop, and that was the man that really got down on pit lane for 4 tires and fuel. 14-second stop. That's perfect for the man in the 44, who's in second as now we watch Chris White battle Ryan Bloom for 4th and 5th.
Doing a great job hanging in there. At this time, Dennis Moore is unable to let the 5 completely go. See the top 4 driver now, Jeff Stab now 10.3 back. So this field is continuing to be gapped further and further as we progress, and we're 6 to 7 laps. Well, never mind, reverse that. The 46, John Breitzman, first taker on pit road on lap 80.
I had a feeling
this right cannot make it.
This is undercut time. I think this is undercut right here, Jeremy. Watching this guy come into the pit lane, I wasn't expecting it this early, but I think the window's open. This is an undercut pit stop, though, for Sean Breitzman. I think he's trying to get into a different cycle than what these other guys are. Maybe he thinks if I get out pit now, these other guys are going to come to pit lane, and we might have a late race caution or see a caution for the first time come out. There's a strategy to this right here, I believe.
And that makes perfect sense to me. I think we're going to have to side with you on that. Only driver to do it on lap 80. Continues to be that way, exiting on pit road. So, yeah, we go a little bit hard in the paint, knowing he has to make the full, another pit stop here, rather. So, you get cut right in front of Dennis Moore, going to pass by. So, yeah, this will be fun. He's going to drive like Superman for a few. He's going to be able to pass these trucks like they're sitting still.
And part of me just wonders if maybe that's what he's thinking. We're going to get a late race caution. This is going to allow everybody to get back out there and go again. Just kind of patiently watching it here. Dan West Jr. back to 3rd. And here comes the sun. I had a feeling it wasn't officially dark yet. And as we hit lap number 85, Jeremy, here comes the sun poking out in certain parts of the racetrack here at Kansas. And you got to wonder what that'll be like for Hamilton. Look at Dan West Jr. driving Kansas like Darlington up against the outside safety barrier.
I love it. Run the top. You can make it work for you. It's a lot of fun. You do throttle work. Hear it there on the broadcast. Didn't get all of it. Didn't get super close, but in iRacing, you don't want to do that for multiple reasons. Home said it works a little nicer, but here, just, run that 3rd group, put your left sides on that outer seam, and it becomes a rocket ship.
Devin West, Dennis Moore, Dan West Jr., Jeff Stabnow, Ryan Bloom. That is currently your top 5 as it stands. Chris White, Tyler King, Paul Newton, Brett Johnson, and on Cinco de Mayo, at least still in the Central, Mountain, and Pacific time zones, no longer on the East Coast. It is Cinco de Mayo. Roy Grande, who loves tacos, drives for tacos on his truck in the top 10. Sure, he's in 10.
10th place. He started on the 25th, so he's moved up quite a few spots since the drop of the green flag. 87 laps to go. He still has a lot of work. 26 seconds back. He's about 5 or 6 seconds away from being lapped from the current race leader, number 5, Devin West, who has finally broke the 3-second bracket. No, is 44 coming down pit road? Looks like he is. Yep, 44 down pit road, giving up second place.
And this was the guy that was fastest, if you remember, earlier on pit road.
Let's see what he has in store for us this time around.
Pit stops are happening. We're seeing it. There's Dennis Moore, fastest in the last pit stop, last stint before pitting, 40 laps. Dennis Moore, 14:35, even faster than the last pit stop. Wow.
Virtual crew members on point. Of course, the driver has to park in the correct spot for that to happen as well. So if you're going to try to do any ground, you're going to pit before the leader, and then you're going to have a really good pit stop. So that might put 44 potentially in the race lead once they cycle through. Everybody stays out this time.
$45 laps to go, what we're being told. Man, what a another flawless race. I am so impressed with these guys, Jeremy. I mean, it's just 50 minutes in, we're heading towards lap 100.
Yeah, they're pretty. I mean, there's been some action early on because of the tire temp buildup, right? But after they got that sorted, like, it's just been smooth sailing for a lot of people. I've not seen any truck upset. The weather's playing nice. It's cooling down a little bit as you had that cloud coverage plus sun, further creeping over the horizon. So it's all beneficial for these drivers and their handling late in the going. See Stab now, he's gonna exit down pit road right into a 3-wide situation. And here's Ryan Bloom in the 25, Christopher White in the 19. They're down pit road, and the 21 to Kevin King. Or Tyler King.
So here comes more green flag pit stops. Some of the front top 5 drivers: Bloom, Chris White, Paul Newton, Tyler King, all on pit lane. Devin West now back again as the new leader. Now Dan West Jr., his dad, the defending series champion, back on pit road again. Wow, Stephen Bartlett, Paul Newton, black flag by the Northwest Series police for entering pit road and speeding entering pit road. Man, this has not been good for the pit road police, busting our Northwest drivers, especially if this was going to be the money stop for the race, Jeremy.
4 to 5 pit speed entrance penalties handed out so far this evening, and the number 5 Devin West looked like he was a little hot on pit road entrance. Let's see if we can report on that. No black flag for the number 5, so we're going to keep it at 4. I do believe is the number of penalties handed out. And here comes the 763. I thought Brett Johnson was going to lose it a little bit. So now whenever Devin West exits, we're going to see in correlation of where Dennis Moore is, who shortcutted that by 5 laps. We'll see how much of an advantage he got.
By the way, don't forget you can follow our Northwest Racing Series Facebook, and they take you to also our group page. You can keep up with everything that's going on for the season. If you'd like to become a member of the Northwest Racing Series. And here's how you got to do it. Remember, Jeremy, you got to be a driver or an iRacing competitor that lives in the Northwest Pacific U.S., right? You have to be in the Northwest Pacific time zone. And you have to show proof of that. That's the thing, I think, what makes this series work for the last dozen years, right, Jeremy? I mean, it's not a free-for-all where anybody, anywhere, across the country, across the U.S., Southeast, Northeast, Midwest, whatever, could jump on the bandwagon and run. These drivers are based out of the Northwest. It is a Pacific Northwest series. If you don't live in that area, you can't run.
And that's very nice.
You have to be from the Northwest.
That's pretty cool. Not too many leagues have that kind of stipulation. John Ottenbacher, he's on pit road now, gives up third. But, I mean, there's also the disadvantage to guys like me and you on the East Coast. You know, we're 12:30 a.m. And so I don't know what kind of a league racer was going to race at 12:30 in the morning. That'd be insane. But we're calling the race, so, you know, there's that too. We're going to
I've been doing this what, Charles, 5 years? My first year I was, during COVID in 2020, my first season with the trucks, I was the anchor. My apologies. Yes, they put me in the anchor chair for the truck series. When they had the Cup series on Monday night, I was a pit reporter. And then I got bumped up in my second year to the booth for both. So I was the, I mean, yeah, like Charles said, been trying to bump it down ever since. So, no, I love doing the Northwest Series. And obviously, you know, Jeremy, I always have the stats and the information and the history. And it's, you know what, we're telling a story while we're in the booth, calling the race. And understanding Stephen Paulison just got busted for speeding entering pit lane, the 58. These guys are getting hit just as soon as they drop off the racetrack and cross the scoring loop, for that matter, Jeremy. They can't even protest it. I mean, it catches them that quick.
Yeah, it's black and white coding, right? They give you a 5 mile an hour buffer. You go over that and you cross one section, you're done. That's just how that works. And now he's being held the 5th penalty here this evening on pit road.
And can we say, Jeremy, as we see Ryan Bloom and Jeff Stabnow battle for 5th going on the racetrack, 4th and 5th, that this is the same that NASCAR does with the speeding police in the NASCAR national level. There is a scoring loop. There is a sector, and you're given leeway. That's what I was trying to get out. You're given leeway. By the way, 100 laps on the board, 34 laps remaining. Home stretch here at Kansas, and we're still caution-free after a lot of money pit stops done. But my question, but here's the deal though, Jeremy. You're given leeway. You're given 5 miles over the speed limit. So what is it, 45 plus another 5, so that's 50? So if you go 50, 50.1 or 50.2 or 51.1, you're busted, basically.
Yeah, and how they read that too is they go based on averages between each section. So they're not actively having a speed gun on you at the whole time. They have it at the entrance, yes, that's where your timing starts. But from section 1 to section 2, you could go 52 miles an hour, but then if you go 48 at the end of that section 1 to 2, you're still on average at 50. So that initial trigger point of absolute certainty is on entrance and exit. Everything else is by averages on the scoring loops on pit road.
Inside, outside, bobbing, weaving for a moment with Stabnow. The C White Media, the CWhiteMedia.com, number 19. By the way, Jeremy, did you know this? Christopher White, in addition to being one of our iRace competitors of the Northwest Series, man, he loves taking pictures. And he has seewhitemedia.com, and that is a real media company. And they go to the tracks across, they go to sporting events, and they take pictures. They do actually pictures of events, and they do portraits and all sorts of cool things, hero cards, to promote the racing industry. That's a real deal for Christopher White.
Anyone supporting the racing industry, absolutely, hands down, love it. Kind of browsed through just for a couple minutes recently, within the past couple weeks, and yeah, no, it's actually a really cool collection of photos that he has over on his website.
So here is what we're going to do. We're going to take our final commercial break, because we haven't took one in a while, at least 50 laps or so. We got to take care of our sponsors. We got to take care of what we got. So we're going to take a final break. If something happens, we will break in, but hold on that thought. Let's watch this battle here very quick between Christopher White and Jeff Stabnow. That's the battle going on for 5th. Maybe the best one on the racetrack is White to the inside, the crossover, going after Stabnow, clears him. Stabnow, though, going to battle back on the outside. We're going to go to a break. If something happens, we'll pop back in. And when we return, the finish of round 7, Northwest Truck Series from Kansas. Stay with us.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
You've probably seen us all over the racing world and doing a lot of racing designs for events and race teams, but we also do a lot of stuff from small boutiques in small cities all the way up to Fortune 500 companies. Your brand deserves to be seen. We print on more than just shirts, hats, jackets, bags, and much, much more. Custom corporate branding starts here.
Last corner, last lap, pass.
Every driver dreams of a moment like this. A race that demands more than speed. It demands everything.
This is where legends are made, and this is your chance to witness it. $30,000 on the line, and one chance to make it happen.
I mean, we can go 300 laps and have a cleaner race than you can 20-lap feature at a local dirt track.
Best event of the year as far as I'm concerned, anywhere you go.
It's the most fun I've ever had in a race car.
We're back here in Kansas, and we are heading to the home stretch of this race. Believe it or not, we're closing in on 20 laps to go. Thanks for joining us as you are heading towards the finish of the race. And Jeremy, nothing's going on. By the way, we've backtracked. It was 2 weeks ago. There was only one yellow flag. I know that it was a very short race. There was a one caution at Kansas that we saw Ryan Bay win. It was the ARCA race at Kansas. And with 20 laps to go, we're seeing another flag-to-flag run by the drivers of the Northwest Truck Series. I am impressed with them.
Kansas doesn't like yellow flags, apparently. That's what I'm getting here from the Northwest Series. He said, keep this thing green as possible here, like the driver of this 89's truck. And I did make a mention, too, the 44 Dennis Moore, we had that shortcut attempt, right? And he was out there technically by 3.5 to 4 seconds over Devin West, but that quickly got gobbled up. Now he's back to where he was, at that 2.2 to 2.6 second range outside of the race lead. So Devin West just continued to put on a clinic here this evening. 11, number 7. Around the outside, passing the 07 here. Lap traffic, Dana Rogers. They're going to clear him right now. Brett Johnson, Roy Grande Jr. battling for 9th and 10th. This is still for one lap down, though.
Yeah, it is. And comfortably right now, just staying up in that position. Under 20 laps to go. Next week we're going to Rockingham, and I think with the hype of the return of the Rock a few weeks ago, Easter weekend with the Xfinity trucks at ARCA, I'm ready to see the updated Rockingham Speedway because, Jeremy, I think they updated Rockingham on iRacing as well. I'm looking forward to the update.
I'm sure with NASCAR the way they are, like they're going to have all the updates somewhat soonish. I'm still waiting on the North Wilkesboro update. We got a couple tracks that need to update, but North Wilkies and Rockingham are 2 up there on that list that need to get done.
Gotta ask you this question. We're heading to the end of this one. If you could choose a short track that is not on the iRacing platform, what short track would it be? Tough question.
Yeah, because they got a good amount of the ones already, but I guess for me, the easy one would be Bowman Gray.
Okay.
I know that would be a lack of safety rating for every driver for taking in that race. But it's it's such an iconic track. Why is it not on the circuit or the surface yet?
Yeah.
To me, that seems like the easiest one.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I would like. I wasn't referring to NASCAR tracks, but Bowman Gray is a short track. It's a Saturday night short track. Obviously, it ran the Clash at the stadium back in February. So your pick's Bowman Gray. That's the one you want to see on the surface.
Yeah. Oh yeah. On the dirt side, I wouldn't know what's the next one on my list, but on the asphalt side, that's my pick.
I'm trying to think when's the last time we've even done a dirt race for that matter, right? I mean, if I had to pick, for me, if we're gonna talk dirt and pavement, so for both of them, we're gonna open this door. For me, as we come to the line with 12 to go, my first pick for a new track on the iRacing server platform, I would have to say Winchester Speedway, the High Bank racetrack in Winchester, Indiana. Or
That's a good pick.
or Dillon or Caraway Speedway. I'm kind of one or two. There, honestly, Jeremy, that's a double-edged sword, brother. There's about 4 or 5 short tracks across America that I think should be on the iRacing platform that are. But if I had to pick for dirt, it would be for a dirt track. I would love to see the half mile of Virginia Motor Speedway in Jamaica, Virginia, on the iRacing platform. I've been there. I've announced there several times. It's a beautiful facility. The Sawyer family that built Richmond Raceway, the fairgrounds in NASCAR, built the dirt track in Jamaica, Virginia. Jamaica, man. And it is I think it's a beautiful facility, for sure. And now that we come to 10 to go, and we're just kind of rambling on what, if you're in the chat box on the broadcast, what track would you like to see on iRacing, dirt or pavement? Charles, what do you got? What's a track you'd like to see pop up on the Devil's Bowl Speedway? There you go, Devil's Bowl Speedway. Devil's Bowl Speedway. And honestly, Jeremy, if you pull out your almanac or you pull out your Speedway Digest, you remember that back in the day? That's how I'm telling how old I am. Hello. You could literally, like, man, you could go state by state, and there are tracks across the country. Take your pick that you could do something with. I mean, it's just amazing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I'm ignoring you, Charles. 8 to go. Oh. He said I was here when the country was formed. Is that what he said, Jeremy?
Yeah, he was
Wesley's
actually
been
on
here.
the
He's
boat
so
with
old.
Christopher himself.
Yeah, there you go. The Pinta, the Nina, the Santa Marina. Somehow I fell off the Mayflower. Oh, 8 to go, 7 to go. Devin West in the lead. Jeremy Stanley, if he can hold on, this man's got himself another win. And
Couldn't
if
do it.
I am,
I knew he couldn't do it.
wow, he couldn't do it. You know what? And I think the undercut got him. He wanted a late race caution. He just didn't get it.
He's taking that third pit option. He looked like a Ferrari in F1 making all the bad pit calls here. That was a great effort to make something different, but ultimately, splash and go 46 is required to complete this race.
By the way, Devin West looking to join Paul Newton as a 2-time winner this year. If you do remember, though, Devin West, Jeremy, was the duel at Daytona winner. And the reason why I call it the duel, because it wasn't the duels. Remember, there was a hiccup, and they ended up running everybody for 150-lap duel race. It's a non-points race, but it will be his third Northwest win of the season, second points win, if he can hold on with 5 to go in Truck 5.
If it's on the record books, it counts. And yeah, he's Charles just simply saying that's not how you do it. Wall grinding the 5. He's got a 2.2 second lead. Dennis is not letting go by any means with the slightly older tires, but he's got this one in the bag. He's just got to not hit the wall for 4 more laps.
Yeah, very true. That's the goal, right? Stay off the wall for 5 more laps.
Easy enough to me. But he's having some fun out there too, a little bit, you know. So.
And with the laps winding down, Devin West with now 6 miles remaining, four laps, now 3 to go. Wow, 4.5 miles remaining. Understanding that the leader Devin West has caught up to the 12th 12th place vehicle trying to run him down here, Jeremy, as they get ready to come to the line and get ready for 2 to go. There's Stephen Paulison, who won earlier this year, but it's been a up and down day for the 58. He's already 3 laps down, got busted by the speeding police on pit road. Now Paulison in the fence. West goes by. 2 to go. He's just looking for a white flag, Jeremy, next time by to end this thing here at Kansas.
Lap and a half left for Devin West. 2.6 is the gap. No pressure behind, no pressure in front. Smooth sailing as we're going to get the white flag. 1 to go. 1.5 miles remains here for the CRN. 1 to go.
More details at wearecrn.com, and the final lap of the race for the driver of Devin West. He won the duel in Daytona. It's 9 points, but he has put himself on the right track to make a run towards another championship bid. Here comes the driver of the number 5 from Shelton, Washington, Devin West. Flag to flag, caution free here at Kansas.
Truck virtually untouched, minus the wall straight 5 laps ago. Congratulations on an excellent performance, Devin. A well-earned victory. One of those races where the fastest truck wins the race. No doubt about it.
He will join Dennis Moore as a 2-time, I'm sorry, he'll join Paul Newton, my apologies. He will join Paul Newton now as a 2-time winner of the season. And I got a feeling, Jeremy, that this could be the guy that you better keep an eye on for a run towards the championship.
Bunch of kangaroos crossing the screen as he's doing the burnout.
Burning it down, and don't forget to check out Billy Down Under whenever you get a chance to. Now we get ourselves ready for the Billy Down Under High Five Salute, Northwest High Five Salute. And this has been the only crashing or scattering across the track that we've seen all night here, Jeremy. Look at the flag, and he's shaking his head. He's like, oh, no, come on, guys, not now.
You gotta do this now. Come on, man.
Well,
oh, here we go. Oh,
said,
my
God.
23 just got obliterated.
I mean, he just sent him in the fence, didn't he?
Absolutely did. What a hit.
Well, Jeremy, I'll let you go, my friend, as always. Emmett Crow, by the way, chimed in. He says, a Monarch Motor Speedway. Bring back Monarch. What do you think, Charles? Bring back Monarch. Yeah, a jungle track.
Jungle track.
Jungle Fever, Radar Love. So here's the results. I'm going to let my buddy Jeremy get on out of here as soon as we go to break and come back for post-race. But here's the results of tonight's event here at round 7, flag to flag at Kansas. We'll look at the statistics in just a moment of the race summary, but there it is. Devin West, the winner, 2.7 seconds over Dennis Moore. His father, Dan West Jr., will finish 3rd. Then it's Ryan Bloom, Christopher White, Jeff Stabnow, another solid top 10. Tyler King finishes 7th. How about that, Jeremy? 7 trucks on the lead lap, and the man that celebrates Cinco de Mayo, our buddy in the Taco Bell 11, Roy Grande, the first truck a lap down in 8th. Brett Johnson, John Onenbacher, all with solid top 10s, but they were a lap down.
11th on 20th, you got Kevin Smith in the 00. James Vining in the 333s in 12th. 13th, Sean Brightsman. 14th, Dan Lowther. 15th, Paul Newton. 16th, Stephen Paulison. These guys in 16th are 4 laps down. How crazy is that? 17th will be Ray Fournier. 18th, Stephen Bartlett. 19th, Dana Rogers. in 20th place, 7 laps down. 73, Corey Elkerbarger.
Time of race, of course. Oh, my bad. Gormley, Childress, Daggett, Kynes, Hunter, Harris, 119 laps down. He's the first guy that came down on pit road real early. Maybe he just wasn't happy with his truck. And time of the race was 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 27 seconds at the checkered flag. The victory goes to Devin West. By the way, for Devin West, it is his, again, second points win of the year. And if that wasn't enough, it is his 190th career start of the Northwest Racing Series and his 33rd win. Don't forget about the Mod War 100 at Heart of Texas 4 with World Racing Group and the Dirt Car Modified Mafia are planning for that one. We were talking about that race at County Line on Saturday with a lot of the drivers that planned from the Carolinas or the Southeast to go to that one. The Mod Wars 100 on Race On. Check it out. And don't forget about the Super Text 600, formerly known as the Lone Star 600. Formerly known as the Lone Star 600. The Super Text 600. Go to the website for more information. Jeremy, buddy, always a pleasure. I'll see you Thursday. Your final take it tonight at Kansas. Caution free, baby. You get to go to bed early. Check on that baby.
Yeah, caution free. Decent race for, for what it was. We had some little bit of action on the entire race, but, you can't have every...
Jeremy Stanley, we're taking a break, and we're going to grab the podium next. We're also at the top of the hour. We'll pause for 10 seconds of station identification. This is CRN, the Community Radio Network, and iRacing on LSRTV. Devin West wins at Kansas. Welcome back. Tree Lane, grab Devin West. Devin West, a former champion of the Northwest, and he's now clinched his second win, joining, of course, Paul Newton, who has won this year. Devin, what a season you got going for you. Obviously, it started right out of the gate, winning the duel at Daytona. I jokingly mentioned that in the broadcast because we didn't have two races. And it seems like it's been a consistent year for you, man. Is the championship on the brain for you right now, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you once you win the first one, I mean, anything less than first, right, is going to be, backwards. So I don't want to do that. So I mean, also anytime I show up to these races, I want to win. And ideally, you put the time in to run a full season, you want to think you just have a chance to win the championship. So that's definitely the goal.
Really good, solid run for you, bud, man. This truck it looked really, really good. Flag to flag. Did you think this race would go caution-free? Do you like Kansas a lot?
I do like Kansas. Unfortunately, the ARCA race, I kind of screwed myself early, and I also almost went flag to flag. So I kind of had an idea maybe this one would too, as well, with guys on both sets and how it was those last 30 laps.
Solid run for you, bud. Before we do let you go, sir, please thank your sponsors. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, Wesley. Obviously, you guys up in the booth are always fun to watch afterwards. I just very happy that this league has you guys to kind of continue to put on a show, kind of present us in the way you do. I'm very thankful for that. Then Team LSRTV, Jeff built an awesome set. Dad, Brett, John, Sean, all those guys showing up to help contribute to that. And then just, being able to have a good time is always thankful for that as well. And then Effective Web Solutions, Kenny System Hardwood, and Motorsports Distributing.
Series, 33rd win, 111 top 5, and 136 top 10. What does that mean to you with those stats?
That's pretty awesome. I don't know how I was showing up 190 times and still here, but that's pretty dang cool. I don't know what race 200 is, but I'll have to maybe do something special for that.
We'll have to keep it up with it with both the Northwest and the Trucks and ARCA. So there it is, the overall here in the year at Phoenix Raceway. Obviously, the archives of all of these races are available on the LSRTV or CRN audio platforms, on podcast platforms, outlets, and LSRTV YouTube. And Dennis Moore, you will get a second place. I know it's not a win, but it's consistent, and it's consistency to go with the win you had early this year. Is it looking like it's shaping up to be another team LSRTV win racing battle for the title?
Yeah, I think it's always, going to be tight between us. And then obviously Beaver State stepped it up big time this year. I think they have 2 wins, and us with Win Racing only have 2 wins. But it should be a battle all throughout the season, especially if the races go like this. We'd love to see green flag racing.
And I'll tell you what, the green flag pit stops, how crazy was that? Did that really change the complexion of the race? And were you thinking we were going to get a caution at any time, Dennis?
Yeah, I mean, after last, 2 weeks ago, we had 14 cautions. I was just waiting for a caution at any moment. And then with the pit stops, you don't want to pit too early because then you get caught with older tires and guys who waited to pit. It's just a gamble at that point after we went a couple laps. So 30 air was huge once he got behind me. It's just so hard to keep up with each other.
Well, Dennis, obviously, I keep up with your stuff as well. You're right now heading towards your, let's see here. Lost my place, what I'm looking for. There it is. Tonight is your 160th career start in the Northwest Racing Series. So congrats to you on.
Thank everybody with Win Racing, Kevin, Ryan, Bomb Speed Setup Shop, you guys with LSRTV, and everyone with the Northwest Racing Series, especially John.
Up another spot behind Dad to now third, 10 points behind Bloom. Dennis Moore, who we just spoke to, is now got a 6-point differential to Ryan Bloom as well. Let's go down to Dan West Jr., 3-time defending Truck Series champion. And Dan West, I know you're looking for, I guess, what would races in to be where you're at right now.
It feels good. I mean, I definitely want to get a win. But tonight, I feel like Devin and Dennis just were in a different league. I don't feel like they had anything better. They just outdrove me. I tried to come up with a plan there, and it was thankful that we had no cautions. We got to race our sets and see how they turned out.
Man, I'll tell you what, the speeding police was not kind to people on pit road. What did it take to make sure you didn't get busted by any of that stuff?
Just definitely being cautious getting in. It was just, I know I gave up some time getting into the pits, but I definitely could not afford a penalty for that, speeding penalty, for sure.
Does the strategy change, Dan, with going green flag from start to finish? I mean, when does the mindset settle in that you realize, okay, we're not going to see a caution flag here? It seems like I need to get up on the wheel or I need to hold back. When is the right time to know when to say when?
I think each race is different. I think that we're all kind of playing to see what we have, in our sets. And, I seen Devin didn't fall off in that first run, and I had Dennis right behind me, and he wasn't falling off. And as a matter of fact, he was catching me. So I don't know. I think that after that first run is when you kind of have an idea whether, if you're going to go hard for the next run or save.
Well, buddy, before I let you go, please thank your sponsors. We'll see you at the next one. Having a monumental night as well. Tonight is his 315th champion of the Northwest, Dan West Jr. You heard from Jeremy Stanley. As always, you can follow the Northwest Racing Series on Facebook, all of our social media platforms. Of course, If you want to get signed up on Discord. And don't forget the Northwest Racing Series Trucks next Monday night will be at Rock.